In this TNCBA vlog episode, we're on Watauga Lake. It's mid-July, hot summer days, warm nights. The bite's been pretty slow. It's Friday, we're getting ready for a Saturday morning rodeo. Let's look at how things broke down for us in practice. So here we're about mid-morning on our practice day, and we've made our way on up the river here on Watauga. Now Watauga Lake has got a great population of smallmouth, especially down the lake. But during these summer months when it's really hot, it gets tougher and tougher to pattern those. So we've made our way up the river. We're looking at some moving water, some cooler water, and really trying to target those largemouth and spotted bass.
Yeah, he's a spot, ain't he? Good job. He's a spotter. That's good. There he is. That's good. You go back and get it for me. Well, they always say somebody gets it. Yep. As soon as I throw it in there, he's gone.
That's another good. I'm the net man. Oh God, you lost it. That's good. That's a good. That's bigger than mine. Around, I'll smush it. There he is.
So as we've made our way up the river here looking for some spotted bass and largemouth bass, you can see that we've gone as far as we can. We're up here to the running water, rolling over the shoals. And really our focus as we've been making our way up through here and catching these spotted bass has been these boulders and focusing on these eddies, whether it be with the top water behind some of these rocks or in front of some of these rocks, or flipping in there with a soft plastic is how we've been catching those fish up here in the river. But again, the key was finding some of this moving water, a little bit cooler water, and these eddies. So as we made our way through the day here on our practice day, we kind of moved on to a plan B, and we've always had success around the bridge pylons here on Watauga Lake looking for spotted bass. And a technique new to me that I've been wanting to try, especially around these bridge pylons, is spy baiting. Spy baiting is great for suspended bass, which is what these fish are doing here around these bridge pylons. So the technique for me and the setup for me, I'm throwing a Duo Realis 80 spy bait here. I'm throwing it on a 7-foot medium action rod with 6-pound fluorocarbon line. And the key is those fish were suspended in about 20 to 25 feet around these bridge pylons. So I would fire that out there. That bait would sink at about a rate of 1 foot per second. So I'd count it down to anywhere between 15 to 20 seconds, allowing it to get down there and still be above their heads. And then I would just start a slow retrieve. And this is with an Abu Garcia Revo Premier spinning reel in their 20. Okay, and just a very slow, methodical retrieve so that that bait would stay at about that 15 to 20 foot depth range. Didn't catch a ton on it, but it did catch us a few fish, and it was fun to work with this new technique and see how it went. I did get to catch one the next day in the tournament on the spy bait, but definitely something deadly here in this clear water for suspended bass. There's still a few around it, but they're not. There's not as much bait around.
Pop it, or did you just feel it get heavy?
I just feel it. We just loaded it. Huh? Got it? What are you throwing?
We got one laying in here, right? So I was going to say, just don't catch no more then.
So as we get started here on tournament day, let's talk a little bit about how practice went for us on Friday. Topwater bite was excellent for the middle of July. We caught probably 20 fish, close to having 2 limits within that 20. Mostly came on a whopper plopper and a popar style bait, but we couldn't find any size really. It was tough to find anything over 2 pounds. We also had quite a bit of cloud cover and some wind to break up that surface of the water. Today, here in the tournament, it's bluebird skies, high pressure, it's slicked off, and we're going to realize pretty soon that this topwater bite's just not working for us, and we're going to have to make some adjustments and go to our plan B stuff around the bridge pylons, and we're really going to be coming down to the wire trying to fill out a limit.
that feeling.
So this fish here that Wiley hooked up with late in the day, it's about 11:30, 11:45. We got to check in at 12:15. This fish ends up being big fish for the Derby and helps us cull out our smallest bass. Probably gave us a cull of about 2 pounds. You'll see the difference here in just a minute on the video. But this was our plan B, going to these bridge pylons. As the sun got up, you've got this shadow being cast behind these bridge pylons. And we finally have gotten some wind down here in the main part of the lake to help us out with some current and position those fish. Earlier in the day, they were really spread out around the bridge pylons. The bait was all over the place. The bass were suspended everywhere. But our go-to baits, Wiley was actually dropping a shaky head on them. I had been dropping a drop shot with a green pumpkin dream shot on it, actually in smallmouth magic, I think, not green pumpkin, or throwing a spy bait around those. So the bridge pylons ended up being our best pattern for the day on tournament day.
That's yellow there, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a good call. I was just sitting there saying,